YouTube, man, what is going on? It's LNH back with another video, and today, man, I'm talking about something that no one is talking about, and honestly, I'm shocked. Now, if you guys have not heard the news by now, Mikey Williams is actually injured. Yes, and we're going to show you some videos and show you everything that is going on with this dude. Now, honestly, I'm surprised this is not getting more coverage because the way this injury looks and the way these pictures came out, it looked pretty serious in my opinion. Now, I'm going to throw up a couple pictures here, but I want you guys to take a look at these. Now, clearly it has something to do with his ankle. Maybe he rolled it or somehow got hurt. We really don't know how exactly he got this injury, but man, things are not looking good. Now, the main reason I say this, of course, Mikey Williams was at a really good point in his career. If you guys know anything about this dude, he was actually injured just a little bit ago and said he was only about 90% back, but which is pretty good in my opinion. Now, he had actually hurt his groin previously and was playing with that injury for a minute, even when he played against Imani Bates just a while ago, and when DaBaby showed up to their game, he was playing with that injury, and dude's team still won, and he was one of the leading scorers in that team, and you wouldn't even know it. The way he was moving on the court, how athletic he was, and just how he was moving, playing very well, you would assume he was fine, but clearly news came out after that he was not. Now, it's sad that of course this dude had to get injured again, and this one does not look good. Now, if you guys know anything about ankle sprains and ankle injuries, you have to take these slowly. The reason being, of course, you don't want to come back too early, get re-injured, and then you're going to have issues getting back on the court and staying on the court, and you don't want that to be a long-term issue. Now, this dude, of course, being a sophomore as of right now, he has a lot of decisions to make in the future, and he needs to be healthy to make these decisions. Of course, wherever he's going to go in the future, you guys know by now, in my opinion, low-key, the overtime league is getting some more popularity. We've just seen two separate sets of twins actually sign to the overtime league, and of course you have a ton of other routes, G League, overseas, man, really anywhere this dude wants to go, he could go. And of course, maybe he will be able to go straight to the NBA. Now, speaking about injuries, even somebody like Bronny James is probably going to come back very soon. If you guys didn't know, he was actually cleared to play and he has been practicing, but we really haven't seen too much footage of this. So Bronny was out for a minute as well. If you guys don't know, Bronny James was injured and is now coming back, so we're really excited. Although we won't be able to see Mikey Williams play, show out his game in that AU. And you guys know by now, if you saw any of the clips of this dude playing in AU, in my opinion, this dude was looking like a celebrity. I can't even lie. The way people were really crowding him, he was signing people's jerseys, people's basketballs, shoes, man, really anything, and they were just chanting his name. He does seem like a celebrity, and he really is at this point. I think the dynamic of high school basketball has changed crazily. If you think about it, man, these dudes and the way social media, how they can reach millions of people just from their phone, has really changed how things are. Think about it. This dude has millions of Instagram followers, Twitter, anything, TikTok as well, man, and a ton of people are always watching his move, and it's really interesting how everyone is really appreciative and wants to get this guy and wants to see him sign something, and he's probably going to be a future in this. He's probably going to be a star in the future, and that's probably a huge reason why they want him to sign it, because, hey, maybe it'll be worth something very soon. Now, in my opinion, this injury is going to take a while for Mikey Williams to come back. You guys know you'd never want to come back too early, and he is such a good player that it's going to be a minute, in my opinion, before he actually does a return and starts getting back on the court and is 100%. Now, a big issue of this as well is, of course, man, who does Mikey Williams really want to come after? And you guys know this by now. It's DJ Wagner. If there's one thing that this dude wants to do, he wants to pass DJ Wagner in the rankings. And when we talk about rankings, of course, you guys know Mikey Williams is not ranked first. It is DJ. DJ has been showing out and really being impressive on the court, doing his thing and putting up a ton of numbers. And you guys know I got to give this dude respect because he's playing in the EYBL circuit. He's playing with a New Jersey team, and he is doing his thing on the court as well. I think that's what makes it so tough with a lot of these players. Man, the competition level is so stiff, and especially when you have dudes that are going at it every single day, showing out and getting buckets, it's really going to be hard to pass people in the rankings. Now, of course, rankings really don't mean much the farther you go on because it's all about development and getting better, but it definitely is a sense of pride when you're ranked first player in the country. And of course, if you're one of the best players in the country, man, you want that top spot, regardless if it matters or not. Now, the way DJ has been playing in EYBL, man, I gotta give this dude credit. You guys know by now, he did have a tad bit of a growth spurt, which I think is really giving him a clear advantage here in the EYBL circuit. Now, I believe he's playing for the New Jersey Scholars, and this dude, man, the way he accelerates, dribbles the ball, can shoot, and especially at that height, being that he had a huge growth spurt, it's just making him separate himself from a number of other players in his class. Even somebody like Mikey Williams, of course, these two guys are such great players, but DJ's height, in my opinion, is something that a lot of people can't compete with just because he is a guard at that height. The way he's dribbling and can really move around, but can get his teammates involved, being at that point guard position, in my opinion, is what separates him. In addition to this dude is not flashy at all. Of course, he has his moves here and there on the court, but something about him and Mikey Williams' game is completely different, where DJ Wagner tends to really dribble the ball and kind of maneuver on the court low key and just get it done on the basketball court and try to win games, where Mikey seems like he is putting on a show. And it's definitely exciting to watch all of these guys play. But man, if I got to give it to someone who's more exciting to see on the court, it's definitely Mikey, just because the way how he is on the court, how flashy he is, and man, he's going to make a show wherever you go to see this dude play. Now, in addition to this, a lot of you guys remember by now, Mikey Williams actually just opened up his recruitment, is no longer limiting to those top 10 schools that he had initially. Now, it's really interesting because, again, this just throws off our initial guesses to where Mikey would be going. Previously, he did say he would be trying to look at a HBCU and was going to shock a lot of people. But now, with everything going on, he actually reopened up that recruitment and is no longer specifically looking at HBCUs. Now, a lot of people are disappointed at that, but in my opinion, again, you have to go the best place where you're going to prosper, be able to develop and reach your end goal, which in my opinion, his end goal is probably the NBA. You guys know this by now. This dude is trying to get to the league. Now, there's so many different routes to take, especially nowadays. And honestly, Mikey Williams has a ton of options. That's the thing when you're a top recruit. You can pretty much go wherever you want, and exposure for him is not a factor. This dude, if there's someone who has exposure in high school basketball that isn't the son of an NBA player, it's definitely got to be Mikey Williams. You guys know this by now with all the clout, and it's definitely deserved. This dude has put in a ton of work. Even the Overtime TV show that he has, man, he's definitely earned it and has put that time into the gym. And really, we have to see where this dude is going to commit. Now, personally, I think he's probably going to come out with another top list of colleges that he may want to go to, or even maybe include the G League in there. But at the end of the day, you have to go where the best opportunity is at for you. And I think this dude is probably going to end up going the G League, or try to go straight to the NBA and end up being in the G League. It seems like the perfect opportunity for him. And again, he doesn't need exposure, which one thing the NCAA is known for is getting players exposure if you play well at a high level. And of course, if you're in something like a March Madness or NCAA tournament, you got to do your thing. And if you do your thing, man, a lot of eyes are going to see you, and you could potentially have an increase in your stock draft. But low-key, this dude has so much exposure already. I think he can really go any route, even try to go somewhere like the Overtime League, and it's only going to increase what he already has. So you guys let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about his injury, as well as Bronny James coming back? How do you think these guys are going to perform? Let me know in the comments down below. Where is Mikey Williams going to go, man? Of course, opening up that recruitment threw off a ton of things. And is Mikey ever going to pass DJ Wagner for that top spot? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications to get a new notification every time I upload a new video. All right, it's LNH, I'm out.